Hey everyone, I'm Almar from almarsguides.com. Now, I'm here to tell you today about farming Lower Blackrock Spire, also known as LBRS. Now, farming LBRS is probably one of the easiest and best ways to make money in the entire game. You can make up to 3,000 gold an hour in LBRS if it's done correct. This zone is extremely easy, and you can pretty much pull at least a quarter of the zone in just one go. The main thing that you'll be making your money off of in LBRS is the rune cloth. There's tons of rune cloth in LBRS, and it sells extremely well on pretty much every server since it's required to level through first aid, tailoring, some engineering uses it. Plenty of things use rune cloth, and it's always in demand. And it's so scarce since Cataclysm completely destroyed the whole entire world. Only 2 instances drop rune cloth now in Classic WoW. LBRS and UBRS. And then in Burning Crusade you also have Ramparts, and I'm pretty sure Blood Furnace has a chance to drop Runecloth as well. But besides those instances, you will not find Runecloth anywhere besides a few select places across Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. Also, LBRS is great because you can disenchant the greens into Illusion Dust and Greater Eternals, which both those items go for a ton on the auction house because they're in such demand for enchanters and also other trade skills that might need them. I'm pretty sure blacksmithing uses them for something. I'm not sure. And also, you got blues, which you can get from LBRS, which disenchant into large brilliant shards, which also sell for a lot. Large brilliant shards will always be in demand because large brilliant shards are used for enchants that are used on heirloom items, such as Mighty Intellect, Agility, Crusader. Tons of enchants use large brilliant shards, so they will always be in demand, as will Illusion Dust and Greater Eternals. Also, another bonus to LBRS is if you're a skinner. You will be able to skin thick and rugged leather, which both sell for quite a bit on the auction house. Rugged leather will sell for about 100 gold a stack, and thick leather sells for sometimes right around 20 to 40 gold a stack, depending on the market that day. Another good bonus of LBRS is there's 2 vanity pets which you can get in this instance. Mother Smolderweb drops one, and the Warg Halicon drops another one. Or no, my bad. The Warg Pup drops off of Quartermaster Ziggurat, not Halicon. Now, the vanity pets will only be useful if it's your first run through, because obviously once you get them, you don't need them again. And once you get them, I actually recommend not even bother looting them again, because in order to destroy them, you have to. It'll bring up the destroy confirmation window, and then you got to type in destroy, and it's just a pain in the balls. Also, another hidden bonus that not many people know about with LBRS is in LBRS and both UBRS, there's a chance for an item called an Orb of Deception to drop. Orb of Deception changes your character into your race's opposite on the opposite faction. So, Taurens get turned into gnomes, trolls get turned into dwarfs, humans into orcs, night elves into I forget. I think undead. But what it does is it turns you into your opposites, which is it's like kind of a deviant fish type deal. But the more important thing and the only important thing that you have to know about it is you can sell it for a lot. I've sold an Orb of Deception for close to 5,000 gold before. Another very good item that you will find there is Pattern Robe of the Archmage. That has a chance to drop off of the something. I can picture him in my head, but I can't think of the name of him. Flame something, I think. If you watch my 10K an hour farming guide, and you watch those videos, I think I get 3 out of 5 runs, and I also go through a whole thing explaining that. Now, they don't sell for as much as you would think they would because they're an epic pattern, but they sell for about 50 to 55 gold per pattern to, collectors that are interested in having every single pattern. Also, another good thing from LBRS and both UBRS is all of the chest loot that you will be getting. Now the chest loot here is you might not think it might be worth a lot, but it piles up because it's going to allow you to take up more than one market once you get done LBRS and you start selling your wares. So, imagine you just ran LBRS a few times and you have all bunch of items: illusion dust, greater eternal essences, large brilliant shards, rune cloth, etc., etc. You got all these items ready to sell. And also you open up a few chests, so now you also have mountain silver sage to sell, golden sand Sam, iron ore, bolts of silk. you just open yourself up to so many more markets. It's so useful to be able to open these chests. But sadly, unless you have a skeleton key or you're a rogue, like 75% of the chests will be off limits to you. Now, as I mentioned before, you'll be making up to 3K an hour in LBRS. It takes about 20 minutes for each run, and you get about 1K for each run. That is 3K an hour. Now, don't expect to be able to do this all exactly in an hour. That's something I want to get out there as soon as possible, because it's going to take longer than an hour to run LBRS 3 times. Like, once you run LBRS once, you want to log out right after you kill Overlord Wormthalak. Wait until the instance soft resets, log back in, and then you can plow through the whole entire instance again. The reason for this is because if you kill Wormthalak and you run back to the entrance, you're adding on another 5 to 10 unnecessary minutes when you could have just logged off, went, did something else, come back, or you could even play an alt, come back, and then plow through the instance again. On a similar note, if you don't want to stop and you want to get as much Blackrock Spire farming in as possible, do Upper Blackrock Spire first. Because after you kill General Drac, you'll be able to drop down into the hatchery again and run right across and start doing LBRS. That is by far the fastest way to continuously farm. There's also another way that you can do this as well. After you kill Drac, you go to the bridge that you crossed between the Beast's room and Drac's room, and you can drop down from that bridge all the way down to the area below, and you can start running the instance again from there. Okay, one more thing really I need to mention before this video is over, or rather before I get done my commentary for the video. Last note says for me to mention my math pages for LBRS and both UBRS too. Now, I have math pages on my website, which I will provide a link to for this video. Under my WoW 10K an hour farming guide, you will find under third set of videos it says LBRS and UBRS farming videos. Here you will find my LBRS and UBRS math pages. Now, what these math pages are is they average out 5 runs. I write down all of the loot I got, how much that loot sells for, and then I, got a total. And then with that total, I put it off to the side, did 5 runs, combined all of the totals, divided, blah, 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 and got a nice solid average. And averaged out to 966 gold per run. And it takes roughly 20 minutes to complete. So that's essentially 1,000 gold profit in just 20 minutes. And that's not including the vendor trash that I looted to sell. So, as you can see, farming LBRS is one of the best things you can do to make money in WoW. And you just honestly can't understand how good it is until you actually try it. So, that's me signing out. If you need gold really fast and you want to kill a bunch of easy mobs, LBRS is your best bet.